Good afternoon, friends. It is so lovely to see you here today with us. 2 p.m. Eastern Time, Hot Jobs with Higher Military. We are back and we have some positions to share with you today. All good, new internships, new permanent roles, and an abundance of information that we want to share with you. Whilst we are starting off today, whilst we are kicking off, definitely tell us where you are calling in from, where you're watching from. If you're looking for SkillBridge or a direct hire position and what sort of role, because we really like to take that information so that we can utilize it moving forward and we can help support you and work with corporate companies across the US who hopefully will be able to offer us roles in the career function that you are looking. But equally, what I wanted to ask you today was, who else is supporting your transition or your career journey right now? Are you working with other nonprofits or other companies that you think the population or the audience watching us today would really benefit from knowing of? So if you've worked with anyone that you would hugely recommend, please do share that. Let's work with the community here. Let's support each other and let's share that wealth in terms of resources. It is so great to be back. This is our favorite 30 minutes of the week. And I know that I always say that, but it genuinely is. We love interacting with you. It is so difficult on a day-to-day basis as recruiters because we've got our heads down. We are working on the vacancies that we are supporting, and we don't get the opportunity to talk to or to build relationships with everybody in our community. So this is a wonderful time to be able to see you there. And also to be able to answer any questions that you have. If you have any concerns, obstacles, challenges at all, please do put those in the comments. We often have about 5 to 7 minutes at the end of the time that we share our opportunities to be able to come back to you, to come to your questions and be able to acknowledge and answer as many of them as possible. So definitely do throw those in the chat if you have those. Hey, Danielle, it's lovely to see you. Jorge, Angel, Anthony, Kermit. Gosh, so many people here from all over the US. We are here for the whole of the military community. So if you're a transitioning service member, check. We are here for you. Military spouse, absolutely 100%. Take a look at our website, hiremilitary.us, for opportunities. Also veterans, we are supportive of the whole of the population. And we really also want to know, if you get a chance, if your fingers aren't burning after everything else I've asked, how did you hear about us? That's always a good piece of information so that we know where to advertise or where to market so that other people have access to these lives as well. If you check out our hot links today on the event, you will see that we have shared the beginner's guide to an effective LinkedIn profile. And also, Mike Quinn, our CEO, has a mastering LinkedIn webinar no, it's not tomorrow. It is Thursday the 18th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. He presents it for the USO transitions team, and it is 2 hours where he will teach you everything that he has learned along his journey in terms of utilizing LinkedIn to be effective, to network, to find opportunities, and to really use the platform as it was intended. Anthony, lovely to see you here today. Crystal, Andre, Travis. You heard us through a recommendation on LinkedIn. That's amazing. I'm so pleased. So while I've been talking, you have seen my co-workers in the chats, and we do want to take an opportunity to introduce ourselves to you so that you know who you are talking to or who is presenting to you today. In addition, if you get the opportunity, build your network. Everybody that is commenting right now should be amenable to a connection request. You can say that you saw them here on the LinkedIn Live. Also send them to us as well. We really want you to be part of our networks so that when we share information, you are privy to it and you see it too. So if we haven't met before, I'm Lucy. I am a director here at Higher Military, and I support the whole of the recruiting and talent acquisition function. As you can tell, I am not from the US originally. I come by way of the UK. And my husband is currently assigned to Eielson Air Force Base. He is Air Force. And we have been in Fairbanks, Alaska for about 2 years now. So it's really great to see you here. And I'm going to hand over to you, Matt Collins.
Hey, thanks, Lucy. That's not Lucy's real accent. She does a different accent every week. So just this week, she's English, apparently. So, hey, Matt Collins here. Very excited to be here talking about SkillBridge opportunities today. A 28-year Army veteran. Big shout out. I see a lot of my Florida peeps here. I spent a large part of my career in the active duty guard program in the state of Florida. So, yes, SkillBridge does exist for you folks in the AGR world as well as everybody across the active duty component side. So I'm now in beautiful Missoula, Montana, slightly different environment and climate than Florida. And very, very excited today to talk to you guys about all the skill bridge opportunities we have here at Hire Military. So with that, I will pass it on to Brandy Walker.
Thanks, Matt. So I am semi-close to both Lucy and Matt. I kind of split the difference. I'm in Washington State. So kind of really representing the Pacific Northwest area up here. Military spouse, we're actually retired. So that's always exciting. Been 3.5 years. So there is life after military. We're, evidence of that. You can survive. It's strange, but it's different and it's lovely. So I kind of wanted to ask what everybody's end of year stuff is, because we're in concert season. So we had late night last night, got home around 11 for a college concert. So happy to see everybody here. Great to see everybody in the comments. I did see someone asked about our targeting the resume. That is on our website in the resources section. So I just want to point that out. And always check the links in the details here for the event. And I'll pass it off to you, Kate.
Hey, thanks, Brandy. Hi, everyone. Kate Wood here, recruiting manager at Hire Military. I'm an Army veteran, Army spouse. My husband's still on active duty, and we are on a special duty assignment to the U.S. Embassy in Panama. So really excited to still continue working on behalf of Hire Military while living the OCONUS lifestyle. I'll be sharing some more direct hire roles today, but I did want to give a shout out to some of our team members that are in the chats. Amber Flores before Egby. I think Krista's in there, and Amber Pitkin as well. So definitely as we go today, they'll try to answer some of your questions if we can't answer them on screen here. So really excited to share some opportunities. And Lucy, I'll hand it back over to you.
Thank you so much, Kate. Before we head into the opportunities and we talk to you about the vacancies that we have today, let me draw your attention to a couple of other resources that we can share. Brandy Walker suggested taking a look at the resource section of our website, which is hiremilitary.us. There you will see every newsletter that the marketing team within Hire Military has published across LinkedIn, and we host them there. So one of them, absolutely, like Brandy said, is the how to target your resume. It is a great resource to really understand and identify how to take a job description and really create a resume that will be hugely competitive for that role. Every time somebody says to me, or says to us even, we've made 50 to 100 applications and nobody wants to hire me, it's not that they don't want to hire you. You haven't created a resume that's really singing to their soul, that they've really thought, oh my gosh, this candidate is exactly what we're looking for. So definitely do have a read of that, because that will really help you understand what a resume is for a recruiter versus what people coming out of the military often consider a resume. It's definitely not an encyclopedia of everything that you've done on active duty or if you've been in the service. It is more about extrapolating the relevant skill set and experience that role is looking for. And they're two very different concepts. So have a look at that. Other bits and pieces on there do include an open letter to a commander when it comes to seeking and asking for authorization for a SkillBridge internship. So that's definitely a good read as well as the LinkedIn profile one that I mentioned earlier. And for military spouses, how to write and how to present your volunteer experience that you have performed during your role as a military spouse and put that on a resume to help support your application. So really encourage you to take a look at that. In addition, you will see two buttons on our homepage for two different pipelines. One is to register your interest if you are looking for permanent positions, and the other that I really do want to encourage you to join if you are looking for a SkillBridge internship at some point in the future is to register your interest to say that you are hoping to perform an internship, so that when we are searching and when we have new internships that come in, we can get in touch with you if we think that it would be suitable for you in the right location for you, and we can have that proactive conversation with you. So definitely do take a look at those. In terms of housekeeping, when we share opportunities today, it's really tricky for us to actually give you the URL as we are talking. We have some amazing co-workers, our team in the chat, like Kate said, and they are here to answer your questions as we go through, but they cannot add URLs when we are live. LinkedIn doesn't like it. They delete them as we post them. So if there is a role specifically that you are interested in, HR manager, Knoxville, Tennessee, that's indicative, do write the role so that we can come back after the event and we can share that that link with you to make it easy for you to take a look at that position. And one final thing, if you do have questions, if you have anything that you want to acknowledge with us today, a concern or a challenge, please do put it in the chat. We would love to be able to answer those for you at the end. So without further ado, I am going to hand over to Matt Collins, who is going to share some SkillBridge internships that we have today. But before you do that, Matt, would you describe who is eligible for the SkillBridge internship and who it is open to?
Sure, Lucy, I would be happy to. So SkillBridge, this is a DoD approved program for everyone out there, guys. If you are 6 months out from your end of service, your ETS, this program exists for you. It is a game changer. I'm a product of SkillBridge, as are many of my colleagues here at Higher Military. Really, a year out, you should start having a conversation with your command team and start to understand whether or not they're going to be behind you doing SkillBridge and can support you doing it. That's really important. Before you start exploring those opportunities, you make sure that your command team is actually going to bless off on you doing SkillBridge. But once you're 6 months out and you start looking for those opportunities, that's where we come in. As Lucy said, it's really important to start targeting your resume now, to start thinking about what you want to do post-military, because your SkillBridge internship very likely will lead to, a full-time job opportunity within that industry. So as you search SkillBridge opportunities today within our website, or any day you go to our website, keep in mind to really hone in what you want to do and where you want to be. Location is so important. I'm only going to talk about a few roles today. Remote is not an industry. Remember, looking for remote opportunity doesn't really help us. We need to know what industry you're looking to be into. Hopefully remote is a byproduct of that, but it's not a guarantee. So look at where you want to be. And when you register into our database, into our talent pool, please make sure you're being really upfront. Like, location is important. So if you're not open to other locations outside of one state or a particular place, that's okay. Just make sure you say that now so we can really search for you in a way that's going to serve you when it comes time to find a SkillBridge opportunity. So with that, I'm going to talk about just a few of the SkillBridge opportunities we have today. The first one being with Texas Instruments. Texas Instruments, most everyone knows, huge company in the chip industry, leading edge technology company. They're looking for an equipment technician in Dallas, Texas, home of the not playoff bound Dallas Cowboys, probably again this year, but a great SkillBridge opportunity nonetheless. This next cohort will be beginning 31 July, and it includes a $6,000 relocation fee. Again, this is a $6,000 relocation fee along with the SkillBridge opportunity. So an absolute incredible opportunity for someone out there that's looking to get into the chip industry. They're looking for someone with, electrical, mechanical experience, 3+ years of military electronics training. So if you worked on SATCOM, electronic equipment, the old 25 series stuff in the Army, or across DoD, if you have that electronics experience, at least a baseline level and some mechanical aptitude, this would be a really, really exciting opportunity to reach out, connect with us. We can share some more information on it. The next one is one of my favorite companies, Masonite. Jake, I know you're on here today. Huge shout out to Jake. He's going to be coming on next week and talking more about his company. They are a huge veteran-friendly company, and I mean, they really lean in to the SkillBridge program. They're looking for a production supervisor in Stanley, Virginia. This would be a candidate responsible for safety, quality assurance, tracking inventory, and knowledge of how things are working within the plant. Think lean, agile function and productivity, driving productivity and quality assurance within that plant in Stanley, Virginia. They're looking for someone with 3 years of team-based leadership, as well as a college degree, experience in logistics, warehouse operations, really a big plus. So if you've got an operational background in the supply chain, this would be a really cool role to check out. Again, that's production supervisor with Masonite in Stanley, Virginia. And then the last role we're going to talk about this week is with a company called Foss, and they are looking for a field service engineer in beautiful St. Louis, Missouri. Foss is a leading global provider. They do data analytics. They work closely with the food and agriculture industries to drive data to help those companies increase productivity. You'd be installing, maintaining, repairing analytical equipment at customer sites. This role does come with a great deal of travel. So it could be 100 to 200 days a year of local travel, maybe a little bit farther, but a really cool internship opportunity with a really, really cool company. So that's Foss Data Analytics in St. Louis, Missouri. And they're looking for someone with a 2-year degree. You'd have major coursework in electronics would really be helpful. And again, if you've got that electronics or military training in a related field, really, really going to be helpful. A 4-year degree in engineering, chemistry, or something along those lines, an equivalent, would really, really be helpful. So again, those are just a small snapshot of the SkillBridge roles we have right now. If you're interested, connect with myself, Buff Agby, Amber Pickin. We'd love to tell you more. And again, as Lucy says, please go to our website daily. We have new SkillBridge opportunities every day. Sometimes they're hourly. We just have new roles pop up and new opportunities come up. And you can filter by the state and the industry you're looking to be in. So those are our SkillBridge opportunities this week. There's a lot out there. Please connect with us if you want to learn more. And with that, I will turn it over to hear Brandy talk about some amazing direct hire opportunities.
Thanks, Matt. I really appreciate it. So I don't know if it was me or not with the connection going out. So if I freeze up, I'm so sorry. I'll tell you that now. I think they're watching Below Deck in the other room, so it could be dragging down my internet. Just want to say thank you to everybody who applied for the project manager role with that renewable energy company that we're working with they applied last week. I am going through those. We had a massive response. It is a remote role. So I'm going to highlight a different project manager role this week. This one is in Pierre, South Dakota. So this is a temporary contract role, and it has an end date of 1 July 2024. The successful candidate should be located in South Dakota or can travel to Pierre and other South Dakota communities no less than twice a month. So yes, it's Pierre, South Dakota. You can live outside of that as long as you're able to commute. For this role, we're seeking a project manager professional or Prince 2 certified candidate to provide project management support for the implementation of South Dakota's Child Protective Services, I can't talk today, organizational assessments. What you'll need is 5 years proven work experience in project management, a bachelor's degree in appropriate field of study. So you're talking Child Protective Services, child and welfare, along that line. So in that whole, protecting children, that child welfare, social work, or that equivalent work experience. You'll also need proven success working at all levels of management and a strong understanding of formal project management methodologies. So project management, we all love it. You need to understand it, start to finish, building that project, managing it, every little bit that goes to it. That's what they're going to need for this role. And like I said, it is a contract work. So it's a year-long, July 1st of 2024. And then the next role I have is a senior systems engineer in Quantico, Virginia. Our client is committed to delivering emerging technologies to government customers. The senior systems engineer will support the execution of our client's research and development programs. This role will be the focal point between technical project status and execution. So requirements: TS SCI clearance with SAP eligibility, a bachelor's along with 10 years of systems engineer with a preference for someone who has a background in the Marine Corps, operations as a Marine Air Ground Task Force. So Marine Corps heavy, Marine Corps base, Quantico, Virginia. If you're there and you're interested, please reach out. Amber is our lead for this one. So reach out to Amber Flores, myself, actually anybody on the team. So that is all I have. And we're passing it to Kate.
Thank you so much, Brandy. And just like we've mentioned before, if you don't see something today, we're just giving you a top line of the current openings that we have or some of the newest jobs that we have available. So please visit our website, hiremilitary.us. You can filter by state to see if there's roles that align with what you're currently looking for as well. So I'm going to dive in. We have several engineer openings in the Sunshine State, sunny Florida. So I'm going to just highlight top line a couple of those positions that we have available. We know Florida is a very popular location for transitioning service members to retire to. I was once located in Eglin Air Force Base in Florida, and we actually have a couple positions just right outside of Eglin Air Force Base in Fort Walton Beach, Florida. So if the Emerald Coast is appetizing to you and you have a background in engineering, we'd love to see you apply for these roles. We have a couple different engineer positions in Fort Walton Beach. We are partnering with an amazing company that's located there. They're looking for aeronautical, electrical, and mechanical engineers. They're looking for candidates that have a bachelor's or master's degree in engineering and ideally 5 to 10 years of experience in aircraft repair, overhaul, modifications, and or sustainment. So if that sounds like you and Fort Walton Beach sounds like a great location, we'd love to see your application for the aeronautical, electrical, and mechanical engineer roles. Those positions are also open in SkillBridge for SkillBridge internship as well. So if that sounds like something that's of interest to you, you can just type Fort Walton Beach engineers in the chat, and we'll have our recruiters reach out to you directly with the direct links to the role and answering any questions you might have about those opportunities. The next engineer position I have available is in Tyndall Air Force Base, Florida. So just a little further to the east there from Fort Walton Beach, we have a project engineer. This is a really exciting opportunity. The company that we're partnering with has won a very large contract to do some big construction projects there on Tyndall Air Force Base. And they're looking for a project engineer to lead those efforts as well. So they're looking for someone with a bachelor's degree in engineering, and ideally someone that has 5 years of DoD project engineering experience. Specifically, if you have knowledge of the USACE 3-phase inspection process, that is exactly the type of experience that they've been looking for. So if you were in the Army Corps of Engineers, Air Force Corps of Engineers, Navy Corps of Engineers, and have that project engineer experience, this could be a really fantastic role for you, located there in Northwest Florida at Tyndall Air Force Base. The last role I have for you, another engineering role, we have a new client that we've just recently partnered with, and these roles are not live yet on our website, but we do want to share them immediately with our community just to see if there is any interest. We are recruiting for capital project engineers in Tampa, Florida. Again, this is an upcoming client. They are not currently posted on our website, but they will be soon. These require a degree in mechanical, electrical, civil, or chemical engineering. And again, it's a very fantastic location there in Tampa, Florida. So if that sounds like of interest to you, and you have the degree requirements, and Tampa, Florida seems like a place you'd love to settle down, you can just type capital project engineers in the chat, and we'll be able to get to you more information once those roles are posted and live. So those are the direct hire and SkillBridge opportunities we have for you today. Again, just a top line of what we have to offer. You can go search our website to see more opportunities that we have. And again, like Matt said, new opportunities coming in daily and weekly, and we'd love to share those with you as they come. I think that's all I have right now, Lucy.
Thank you, Kate. Thank you, Brandy. Thank you, Matt. And also something to share, if you are interested in performing SkillBridge internship and you identify a company that wants to host that for you but isn't registered with the DoD SkillBridge team right now, we can help facilitate that for you. So all we would need from you is an introductory email with the potential host employer, and we can make that happen for you. So if that is something that you're interested in, definitely do get in touch with one of us, Matt Collins or Brandy Walker, probably the two best on this live today to connect with. But we just wanted to put that out there as well. It's been quiet in the chat today in terms of questions. Lots of information, people from all over the US, which is phenomenal. I did see somebody, and it was awesome actually, sharing resources. So ACP, if you're interested in mentorship as you transition or post-active duty or even as a spouse, ACP, American Corporate Partners, are a nonprofit organization that can connect you with a mentor in corporate America. So take a look at their website and register there, because I think most of us here on this screen right now have been through that program, and I'm really, really good friends with my mentor myself now. So definitely 10 out of 10 recommend that. Eric asked that he needed somebody to review his resume. Just less than a year left in the Navy, and really wants to get that up and coming. Well, unfortunately, Eric, as recruiters, that isn't a function that we deliver. It's not part of our deliverables. However, we work really closely with a nonprofit called Hire Heroes USA. Different to Hiring Our Heroes, you know, we've all got very similar names in the marketplace. So Hire Heroes USA, and they definitely are a stellar nonprofit organization that can take your resume that you have right now and really create a great master resume as a starter for 10 for any roles that you're applying to. So I hope that helps. Just checking through now to see if there are any further questions, but there are not. So that just leaves me to say thanks again for joining us. It has been amazing. Like Kate said, if none of the roles today are of interest to you and you think, oh, yeah, nothing here for me, you've got two other options. Go onto our website and see what else we are sharing. Somebody in the chat asked if Masonite had any other locations apart from Stanley, Virginia. Yes, we do. You can go into the SkillBridge internship job career page, and you can actually filter by Masonite, and it will bring up all of the locations for you. There is another one that I'm familiar with, Northumberland in Pennsylvania, as well as a few others. And if none of those again suit your purpose right now, do register your interest and your detail with us in one of our 2 talent pipelines. Make sure you get the right one because it is important. If you're looking for a SkillBridge internship and you're ways out, register in that pipeline. It's very clear. And on the other one, there's for permanent jobs, if you just want us to consider you when any of our roles come in. But thank you for joining us today. It has been amazing. Mike Quinn, our CEO, and I are back at 1 p.m. Eastern time on Thursday lunchtime this week, where we host an hour's worth of office hours. It's our time to open up our doors to you, and it is very much a live session. That one is not recorded like this one. It is an audio, so we can all hear each other's voices, but we can't see each other. And it is our time to answer any questions that you may have for Mike or for me in terms of your career journey right now. So that event link is on our Hire Military LinkedIn profile. So if you click attend, your LinkedIn profile will then remind you when that starts, and it will be really lovely to see you. It's a different concept. We don't share roles there. It is more of a question and answer session. And I really do encourage you to join one or at least half of one, because the beauty of that is you get to hear other people's questions, and it may spark or ignite something in you, which may make you think, gosh, I never even thought about that myself. I really need to consider that as well. So it's great to be listening ears in on that one. But thank you again. It has been amazing sharing this 30 minutes with you, and we look forward to seeing you again next week. Take care. Bye-bye.